Right, I can't. This is so frustrating. There you go. Well, we're at least live on YouTube, but on a different channel. Okay, cool. Anyways, welcome back, guys. So another thing I just found out, the Iraq mission doesn't work on my server for some reason. I don't know why, but try to get it set, but it just doesn't like to start it. So we're just going to be on our Syria server. That way we can at least try out the just see here, the aircraft carrier, super carrier. Found it. So there we go. Let's go. Super carrier F-18. Let's have a look. Where is it? We should have there. Right. Here we go. Oh, that should be fun. Right. So yeah. So this is my fancy new F-18 setup with the Mosa force feedback stick. And we'll see how we get this thing working. I'm surprised. I thought I would get more. Wow, hang on, what's happening with the FPS here? Jeez. That doesn't work. I'm getting some really hefty drops there sometimes. Ah, we're right. All right, let's see how it goes. Cool. So then let's have a look. Let's get the aircraft started up. Battery power on. Put the APU on. Alright, good APU. Let's start the right engine. It's about 18-19%. Here comes fuel. So now the cool thing is I'll use my hardware setup here.
Flight control. Flight control.
And so what will happen once these displays come on, these are light as well, which is something different. That is just something. I mean, as a kid, I dreamt of this, and now to finally have it, that's crazy. There's fuel. Right, good engine start. Let's close the canopy. Gets a bit quieter here. Now there's 2 more buttons I want to set up here. Just controls. One of them is the salute. So we want to put this on the wind wing here. So this will be salute. And then there's one more for the call the ball, hornet ball. And that one here as well. There we go. Right. Cool. Boeing Simpilot, hello to you. How are you? Oops. All right, we're going to go through our checks in a second. Let me just get the bleed air reset here. So that's the bleed air reset. Going to put this to standby, this to align on the carrier. And then I am going to press the stored heading button down there for quicker alignment. So get rid of that again. Right, then here I am going to go to bits. I'm going to go to flight control system. I'm going to press the Z and let's do the test. So now the flight control system does its automatic system test. Yeah, Captain Chaos. I mean, of course, it's where things start to get crazy, right? But this is a dream come true. So actually have kind of a cockpit setup, including gear levers, the hook stuff. So absolutely incredible. That needs to be folded, anyways. Yeah, just have to be able to type everything in. And just use that just like you would in real life, right? Situation awareness. Put this to sequence in here. There's the alignment. Now let's go and get some ground crew request. Refuel. So on the 5 station, I want to have a. Let's have a look. Let's put these on the cheeks. Here, I do want to have a fuel tank, center fuel tank. I'm going to have a lightning targeting pot. Actually, let's put the out flare here. On the other side, I am going to put, not leave that. Although, hold on, 6. Let's put an AMRAM there. Yeah, I'm going to put some laser guided bombs. So the 16s. And here. Another 16 here. And then we'll put the 2 times 500 there. 2 times 500. Although, I'll have a look at the target. Let's do that first here. So let's do that here as well. Laser guided GB12, fantastic. Then we'll do some sidewinders on this side.
Request rearming.
Yeah, Mark, right? I think Mark, another clever strategy is just buy so much stuff that your wife loses completely track of these things anyways. So she's like, okay, he's got lots of stuff, right? So at some point you have so many add-ons, you have so many hardware add-ons, they don't even notice anymore if you get some new stuff, right? So I think that's pretty cool. Right, the alignment is completed.
Rearming complete.
I'm going to put this to in-flight alignment, radar operational, FLIR will go on standby now. You sure, Captain Chaos? It's worth a try. APU is going off. And then we've got the oxygen on. Reset the trims. Then I'll have a look at the flight control page. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is, flight controls. So now I'm going to set the trim up to 16 for takeoff. That looks good. That looks all right. And so I just want to have a look at the knee board here. Let me just have a look where we are. So I'm going to put the IFF on, TACAN on, and ILS on already. Channel later on is the Supercarrier 5. So let me just put 5 enter in here. And then we may have to do some refueling first of all. Let me just have a look at the targets. So we should have a list of target there. So waypoint 1. Let's have a look. Waypoint 1 is 86 miles away. Yeah, we'll go for that one first. So we got armored vehicles outpost. Yeah, that looks all right. Since Mark isn't here, the Sam Meister, what else can I do, right? I mean, so first practice then is to get to a tanker. So let's go through a tanker first of all. Soon, boss. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you, Mark. Right, so tankers, there we are. So tanker is the Basket Shell 11. That's TACAN 30 Yankee. So I'm going to put TACAN 30 Yankee, enter. So now if I switch to TACAN, we will get a information that is bearing 092 at 79 miles. Alrighty. So we are good to go. Let's salute. And they will be directing us then to the catapult. And then waiting salute again. Let's salute. There he goes. Directing me to this directed there. Here it is. Release the brakes. Can put the nozzle sting to high. And there we go. Off we go. So forward, 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 forward. And now off to the next one. Now I want to go right, full right, full right, full right. Still full right, straight. Okay, now to the next one. Forward, forward. To the right, forward. I was supposed to say, he's got to turn me right, otherwise I'm going to run the other guy over. Okay, now. Right, he wants me to get the wings extended, so we'll extend the wings here. So a bit more to the right. That's a lot of power. Straight. For left here. Straight. And now straight. Forward a bit, forward a bit, forward a bit. And brakes. Alright, brakes are on. Yeah, Captain KO, that's a lot of fun. Right, launch bar down. Being hooked up to the catapult. Right, now back forward. Now we have to get into the shuttle. A lot of power. Oh, helps with the release the park brake, of course. Brakes released. So now I'm on the shuttle. So I'm going to put more power. Get the launch bar. There we go. Now we're kind of strapped in. Now I need to raise the launch bar again. And then we do another check of the instruments. Trim is set. Seat, I have to arm the seat, of course. The rest looks good. Right, now I need to rev up the engine. Here we go. And we'll salute.
029. Protocol 1236.
This one. Right, there we go. And right hand goes off the stick. And off we go. Gears coming up. Flaps up. So we're going to stay below 500 feet. To daytime. Yeah, exactly. Highway to the danger zone. Get the music on. Right, something I've forgotten, yeah. Now I do want to put this on bypass. Right, so let's have a look. Any threats around the area here? I'm just going to do this. So let me just put this to a larger range. Yeah, there we go. So right, the tanker is at I think about 20,000 feet, so let's go. Now the cool thing is about the Moser, so when I'm in afterburner, the stick actually vibrates. But when I get close to a stall, or the aircraft shakes, the stick shakes as well, which is absolutely crazy. Just have a look here real quickly. So first of all, I want to hook up with the tanker. So that's 69 miles. put the info on the HUD. And one thing I didn't do, HMD, I should have aligned the HMD on the ground. So let me get into contact with the tanker. That was Texaco. That's Shell, actually. Yep, Shell. There we go. So Shell.
Shell 1-1, Pontiac 2. Request rejoin.
Pontiac 2, Shell 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 22,000 at 300.
22,000. Right. Let's burn some fuel, so that's worth refueling. Again, that's just exercise, trying to get used to the setup, getting used to the stick.
Abort rejoin.
What? Ah. Here we go, 22,000. Tanker is off our right, bearing 107 at 19 miles. And that is probably him right there. Yeah. So just put this to sense of interest, so the right display, and now I've put that bracket around that target there. It tells me it's a KC-135, so that will be our tanker. I could actually lock that. So now I don't have a radar lock, but I have a kind of a SHON's lock on that. So here's the tanker visible already, 12 o'clock. So I'm going to put the boom out, the probe out. Here it comes. What strikes me is that these hardware displays, they are incredibly crisp. So really, I did not expect them to be so visible. So if I went to a larger scale, you see the map. So the map you have on in the game, I have the same map, and I can read the little letters on there on the actual hardware, which is crazy. Alright, there's the tanker. Let's burn some more fuel. Something just passing by below us there. Probably another tanker. Let's have a look. Yeah, another KC-135 below us. Hey Peter, welcome back. No worries, all good. He's flying away from me. I need to increase the speed. I'm already going almost Mach 1, so 450 knots, but now we're getting Mach 0.98. Just about to break sound barrier. There we are. $24 miles. One thing you have to get used to is the fact that if you've always been using your mouse to click on these buttons, it just takes a while to realize that, hey, I actually have the hardware buttons now. So I don't have to press with the mouse, I can actually just hit the buttons there. Oh, actually, it's 9 miles. Tanker 9 miles, 8.9. Straight off our nose. Let's have a look here. Let's see. It should be slightly higher. How come I don't see him anymore? Strange. $6 miles. Yeah, probably, yeah. I would say you're right. I would think the same. Going supersonic with the probe out is probably a bad idea. Isn't it weird? Now 4 miles, is he in the clouds or something? Why don't I see him anymore? Oh. Hang on. Well, I've passed him already. You're joking. He's turned. You've got to be kidding me. No wonder I don't see him anymore. He turned without telling me. Oh, there he is. Right. Where is he? Let's get the fuel page up. Fuel page. There you go. Ah, there he is. Now I've got a visual. I got visual. There he is. Looks like it's still in a turn. Now, refueling while in a turn is always difficult. Let's contact him again. Tanker, Shell.
Shell 1-1, Pontiac 2. Request rejoin.
Pontiac 2, Shell 1-1. Proceed to pre-contact at 22,000 at 300.
There you go. So 1.4 miles. So now we get into the pre-contact position. One thing I notice, I hope that it reflects in the refueling as well. So having that force feedback stick is so much different flying it. Let's get some sweep brakes out. Gotta slow down. Exactly. Those tankers are at 300 knots, I think. Usually, I think they would be flying 270 knots, but it seems to me that these have 300. Yeah, it's exactly that. So, I mean, sure you can, get the axis sensitivity set as well, But I'm using a profile which was downloadable through the Moza app. So let's try it.
Ready, recontact.
Cleared contact.
Right, there we go. Clear contact. So let's get the probe out. And then let's try to get into position there. Now, as always, it's very important they have the aircraft nicely trimmed out. Because literally, you want to make sure everything's trimmed, and then all you need to do is do really small inputs. Now I'm trying to judge the speed, so that's about what, 310 maybe? There we go. So now I'm concentrating on the pod there, trying to keep that on the top of my head-up display. Just make sure that I stay in position there with about 310 knots or something, 312 knots, trying not to get too close. And then just concentrate on trying to keep the aircraft there in place. But one thing I'm noticing is that it's a lot easier to control with the stick here. And I would assume, looking at some videos on YouTube with some real-world F-18 refuelings, I mean, they do some stick inputs, but quite often it's really smooth, so there's not much movement necessary. Getting a bit low here. Let's add a bit of thrust, climb up a bit. Now we're going to be ready for a turn at some point. The problem here in the sim, once the aircraft gets the turning point, so the tanker, it'll turn really quickly, and that's somewhat unrealistic. So in the real aircraft, they would do maybe even announce it. There we go. Actually, that's not bad. That used to be a lot quicker. So now at least you have a chance to stay in place. Got a bit far away there for a second. Come on. Trying to stay in place. There it is. Good. So I'm already pretty full. 11.7 now, so we're close to getting full tanks here. So always try to keep connected in a turn, because if you lose contact, right, that's it. So we're right. Gonna go back a bit. Here comes the probe back in. Now I'm gonna switch to the right-hand side. Make sure there's nobody there. Fuel's looking good. Thank you much. Yeah, nicely done. And again, with that stick, it's easier. It's not so difficult anymore. Right, so let me have a look. So we have some targets set up. So let me quickly have a look here. Waypoint 1. So let me get my targeting pod on here. FLIR is active. So let's put the FLIR on. And now I'm going to put the waypoint designate. So waypoint 1, designate that. And so our targeting pod should go to that waypoint. But I fear the problem is the fact that now it's back there, so that's where the target is. It is currently 43 miles away. But that's fine, that gives us some time to set up our bombs. Let me go, this page quickly stores. So let's set up the laser guided bombs. So what I'm going to do first is say the mode automatic, E-fuse instant. The code, let's set the code to 1600. So now I have to put the laser code as well. Actually, let's not do that. So that's on the FLIR. So let me put FLIR UFC 1600. Enter. I think the lower one will just put 1600 as well. I hope that... Oh, hang on. Is that not a valid code? Ah, okay. That could... let's try 1611 maybe. No. This one. So let's go again. UFC. So let's put 1611. So some laser codes don't work. Okay, that worked, so that's fine. 1611. So the problem is that these standard laser codes, 1688, everyone has that one. So if someone else is lasering into the target and you don't change that laser code, so that is set now. For the other ones, I have to do the same thing, so change the code. 1611. Gonna step to the other one now. And also code 1611. Right. So the same for these, auto, fuse instant, step, instant, and the other ones are also correctly set. Right, cool, I think we're done. Yeah, initially there's a lot of things to learn, but I mean there's so many good YouTube videos out there. Right, let me just have a look at the situation awareness, make sure there's no bandits in the area. Right. So let me just zoom in here a bit. Oh, that's a different So here I have to use some hardware buttons. That's medium, narrows field of view. There we go. So now let's have a look here. Alright, so that's the waypoint 1, which is quite nice. You can see that on the displays there. If you can see that. So it says 1 at the bottom there, so that's the target area. Right, there we go. Now we have selected. So initially, we'll have a look what else we have down there. Loiter and have a look at the target area. Right, That's what I wanted to have. So for the infrared. Alright, we definitely have some hot targets there. Another look. Gonna climb up a bit more. So let's go master arm on. Air to ground mode. And again, we'll put this to FLIR. This one to... I want this one on situation awareness. Just see what's going on around me. So here's the lineup for the target. We have more than 99 seconds to release. And the auto means the laser will fire automatically. Now all I have to do now, I have to remain below the clouds. Otherwise the laser will be masked. Let's go 20 miles. Alright, countdown is now running. 88 seconds. Now I see there's a bit more contrast there. So we'll go with that target first of all. And we are going to use... I'll use the 83 level first. So it's 1 minute to release. I'm going to stay low here. No bandits nearby, which is good. 36 seconds. Yeah, also the cool thing is when I release the bomb, it vibrates just shortly in the stick. Kind of giving me feedback regarding the release. Right, these are helicopters actually down below. Definitely some good value, high value areas. Right, 16 seconds, 15 seconds. Alright. Ready to get pickle the bomb. Pressing down on the release button and here comes the fall line. Alright. There's the bomb. So now I need to make sure that I circle a bit. Time to impact, 16 seconds. Oh, darn. Oh, I forgot something. Ah, no. Okay, I messed that one up. So, you see? There's so much stuff you need to do. Oh. Right, let's reset. That's the target down below. There it is. Flight Pro, hello. Greeting. Oh, Mauritius, lovely. Greetings to Mauritius. I hope you're doing well. Right, so now, yeah, that has to be armed. Obviously, that needs to be armed. That needs to be on. Otherwise, it won't work. Right, let's set up the next bomb here. Oops, stores. That goes to FLIR. Next bomb is ready. Code 1611 is set on the FLIR as well. Fantastic. All right. So let's just get a bit more distance. And again, making sure we have situation awareness. There's the target area. Now I need to search for the... let me just do that. Right, it hit somewhere. Right. I don't think it hit where it's supposed to hit. So I'm going to try to fly perpendicular for a second, trying to get visual contact with the target area. Hang on, which side do I have my port on? Yeah, so it would have been clever to use that the bomb on the left-hand side first, so that it doesn't mask the port all the time. So that would have been the clever solution. Right, so let me just have a look here. So if I do that, there we go. Now we are now. So let's see if I'm not too close for the bomb release. Let's have a look. No, we should be alright. Should be alright. This time we've got everything set. Lasers armed. And there we go. Good speed. Target identified. Helicopter. Gonna laser that. 30 seconds to release. 12,000 feet should be high enough to get not into contact with any ground A2A or AAA. 14 seconds. Pressing down the pickle button, release button, and 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pickle. So 13 seconds. Okay, so now we are right on the target. 4 seconds for the laser. Now the laser is shooting. You can see that here, LTDR. 3 seconds to impact. Oh my god, what's happening? That's a bit anticlimactic, isn't it? Stores. LG, right, so I mean we did fuse it. Mode is automatic instant fusing. 1611. Laser code is active. I honestly don't know. I don't know why it didn't fire. Is armed. Let's try again. The thing is that if it didn't like the code, right, it would tell me that. The laser code, right, 22 seconds. Okay, let's try again. 10 seconds. Has dropped. I don't know why. Is that a fate? Is that kind of a bug here in the game? That not tracking? Right, let me have a look here. That is really strange. So let me do the code differently. So let's try 1688. Maybe it just does not like that code or something. I don't know. Right, so let's do that, and then we'll change that on the FLIR as well. No, it's automatic. Try not using 1 second for the last 2 digits. Hang on, what do you mean, last 2 digits? Like that I'm too low, maybe? Code is fine. Right, I can do manual. So if I do manual lasing, will that work? Is that the right setting here? So do turret. Well, I don't know. The laser showed. It was fired. Maybe it's just firing too late. Because I'm fairly low down to the ground. So 16. Hang on, why is that still 1611? I thought it changed that. Let's try that. Now, one thing I have to find, so the laser is still firing auto. Okay, I'm gonna press trigger. So now that I have trigger armed, I can trigger the laser manually, right? Right, let's try that. So then I'm going to fire straight after release so that the bomb actually knows exactly where to go. So here comes the pickle line. Released, and I'm lasering. Got laze. Oh, it's still auto laze. Why is it auto laze? Yeah, so it's definitely, laser's definitely activating too late for this altitude. I think that's the problem. Oh! Lol. Now I've been hit. Hang on. Yeah, now it's like too low. So I think the flare is now broken. Okay. Oh, and my HUD is broken. Oh my god. Right, we need to get out of here. So, avionics is busted. Oh my god. All right. Ay. So my whiskey compass is all I have now. So the right hand side there. So are we heading westbound? Yeah, westbound is good. Right. So let's contact our AWACS. Oh, nope. I would say we have no fuel left. We have a glider. Oh no. Right, out we go. So, okay, so that was interesting. That was interesting. I don't know why we had that issue with the laser. Now, one thing I don't know, there is a way to fire the laser manually. And Quadro Ditos, you were saying, try not to use the last, one second for the last 2 digits. Yeah, you can set the timer as well for when the automatic lasing should start. I have to find out how to get that set.
Roll left. Flight control. Flight control.
So, right, let me just have a quick look here. So, stores. Again, laser guided 1,000 pounder, another 1,000 pounder, then we've got 500 pound. So let's try this.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
So alignment is still ongoing.
Refueling complete.
Right, so let's try and get it. So let's get the bleed air reset. Oxygen on.
Rearming complete.
Right, there we go. So let's have a look now at the stores. So automatic is good. E-fuse instant. Now I'm not gonna hey Yoda, I'm not gonna mess about with the laser codes, alright? So what I would like to do is the so I've got quantity there. So the flare, we'd have to use the flare on, but so it's not timed out yet. All right, well, I guess we have to do that during the flight. Right, so we've got the alignment finished. That is done, that is done. Now let's reset the trims. So let's get ready. Right. Maybe Yoda knows. He knows a lot of stuff about the Hornet, so we'll see. Sure, at the trim sets, seat arm. Right, that looks all good from my side. Right, gears coming up. Flaps are up. There's a lot of trim to the right. So let's try that again. How do you play it and stream at the same time? I don't know. The thing is though, with DCS I have a hard time reading chat and PvP DCS server. DCS server with historical battles. Well, I mean, yeah, that's also interesting concept. Flying some warbirds. Okay, so let me have a look at the flare. Right, somewhere in here, you are able to set the laser timing. So that's the code. How would you set the timer? Or let's ask this way around. How would you get that to manual release? Yeah, I have only one PC. Yeah, so I don't have a second PC to stream now. It's all from one PC. Hey, Ypsilon, how are you? So let's have a look. So we've got the flare here. So on this side, stores. Now, is there a way, can I enter any modes in here? So I've got mode, auto, fuse instant. So fuse is set, the code is set, the code is correct. These are from the early warning radar. So whenever you have a new threat come up, you get a notice, and there's different tones for ground threats or air-to-air threats. Hey Senshai, good. Senshai, would you know by any chance? How do I set the laser timer? I honestly maybe have to arm that first, because I had the problem. I'm releasing at, let's say, 12,000 feet because of the clouds, and the laser just fires too late.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
So what I'd like to do is have the laser fire. Oh, okay, no worries. Right. Hey, Smiley Beaches, thanks so much. 24 months, 2 years.
Good to see you back in DCS.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and still, there's again so much learning to do. So much learning. Now we can go to narrow. We can go to not freeze, but I want to go to declutter, grey. Oh, here we go. Now, if I press trigger... okay, now I got it. This time it works. Look, now it's... If I press the trigger, it's lasing. Okay, at least now that works. That's good. That's good to know. Yeah, exactly. So, again, we have to trigger the laser a lot sooner. Automatic just doesn't do it. What? Wing unlock? Uh-oh. Ja, ja, ich weiß. Am Blick, bitte. Multitasking. Right, there we go. Okay, so now that is done. Now I want to find those targets again. Where's my CCD? Ah, there we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to have. So let's make this sense of interest. Waypoint designate. Oh, come on. Clouds now. Get down. Hey, Captain Launcher. Yeah, Eurofighter isn't in yet in DCS. That's a problem. That is the problem. Right, so let's see. This time, keeping fingers crossed. Right, let's put the master arm on. And let's make sure that we have laser armed as well. Laser can be fired. So 78 seconds to release. Make sure that none of the fighters are about to jump us. There we go. Okay, 60 seconds. Now I want to have a look. Yeah, left side is good. So we dropped the first left inner. The threats are recognized. So the beeps from the early warning radar, these are recognized by the aircraft itself. So we do get data on the right-hand display there. All right. So if I zoom out a bit, then you'll see some bandits. Right, there we go. 20 seconds to release. 17 seconds. 9 seconds. So as soon as I release, I'm going to fire the right release, and I'm lasing. Adjusting the laser. So there's a helicopter there. Keep on lasing, keep on lasing. 8 seconds impact. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and splash. Good hit, good hit. Right, there we go. That works. So I think previously we just had the problem that the laser wouldn't fire soon enough. Right, but I'm trying to stay out of the reach of the other SAM sites there, so I've got to be careful. There's a SAM site here which could potentially hit me. So the other... So I'm going to egress this way. Let's see, do we have some other targets here? Yeah, that seems worthwhile. Alright, let's set up the other... looks good. That looks good. Fuse is active. Fantastic. Target is behind us. 7 miles, 8 miles. Yeah, that's rolling. So 18 seconds to release. We're on trigger mode, okay. So let's release button is pressed. 2, 1, release. Lasers on. Lasing. Now it's diving, okay. I was just worried that it's not tracking again. But it's picked up the laser now. It's tracking, it's tracking, it's tracking. Oh, that's a direct hit, exactly where we wanted to hit. How many modules do I have? I have a lot. Now the cool thing is with this is the fact that I can actually just flip the other panel over, and that's the F-16 UFC. And then with SimApp Pro, I can just simply use those two displays for the F-16 cockpit. So, so WinWing have done really, really cool stuff, I have to say. And I'm actually surprised at the quality. So I'm not getting paid for this, right? For the free advertising, but this is actually for the price and the quality you get. So for those that really are into DCS, or let's say F-18 or F-16, this is extremely versatile. So you can also use the F-15 with this. The A-10 will work with this as well. So actually really cool stuff. Flight speed, hello to you. Right, let's have a look for one more try then. And then we'll go back to the carrier. Go for some practice landing. Right, so this time stores those ones, mode. Oh, hang on. Those weren't laser guided. Took a right, mode auto, E-fuse instant 1688, fantastic. Right, let's roll in. Right, 1 minute to release. The cool thing is, if you do manual lasing, you don't have to reset the laser switch every time. Because that's something I tend to forget if I'm in automatic lasing. There we go. Right, lasing. Let's plug that one right there. 3 seconds. 2, 1. And good hit. Alright, cool. So much more. Right, let's have a look. So we want to go back to the carrier. So we want to go this way. Alright, let's do some low-level flying. Are these all the modules? Not sure. Well, I have the... No, I don't have everything. So there's obviously some other modules. But yeah, that definitely is a big part. How much fuel tanks cost? Good question. Good question. I would say anywhere between $10,000 to $20,000. I mean, we're talking about aviation, right? So fuel check 8 ton, 8,000 pounds.
Altitude.
Let's cut this back off. Right, there we go. And
Roll right.
yeah, one thing I'm noticing is that FPS on the server are not as high, obviously, as on your home PC. I mean, the server that we have isn't bad, but obviously with these settings, it is struggling a bit more. So the let me just look at the carrier. That was 7-1 X-ray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter TACAN 7-1 X-ray, enter TACAN info. And then TACAN on, obviously. There we go. Now TACAN is on. And now we can have a look. There we go, 72 miles. Yeah, so those of you who've been following my streams for a longer time, whenever I talk about my early childhood kind of dreams about becoming a pilot, because my father was in the German Air Force. He was a starfighter pilot back then, and then later flew the Tornado. And so for me, I always actually wanted to become a fighter pilot, right? And I actually applied to the German Air Force in 1988. It was 1988, and actually I got through all the tests. So all I would have had to do is sign the contract. And then my father said to me, well, if I'm honest, don't do it. It's just things are getting worse and worse and worse. And so, you're not flying enough, and there's more and more restrictions coming regarding low-level flying, etc., or the airspace that can use. So in the end, I didn't sign. So yeah, I became an airline pilot, which I don't regret. But these these technologies, you know, the high speed, kind of the Formula One in aviation. He was right. Yeah, you know, in hindsight, yeah, he probably was right. Yeah. So yeah, but to be able to use the you know, the setup here now is a childhood dream come true. Yeah. And you imagine things we have. So we have, you know, force feedback joysticks now that simulate vibrations, the amount of force you have to use. You can actually set the amount of force. So you can actually set really, really crazy high values. One thing I want to try, let me just check something here. Settings. Where's my F-18 setup? There we are. Right there. So, you know, with the force feedback, you get these presets, and you can just, you know, dial up the spring forces. You can dial up the dampening, and it's instant, right? You instantly feel the difference in the resistance, inertia, friction, force feedback gain. Put the spring to 80%. Oh yeah, that's a lot harder to put now. Wow. Wow, you really have to put force on now. And also, I mean, this is now, if you use that with a helicopter, let's say Apache, you load the preset. So the collective for a helicopter is different to what you have in a jet fighter. So, hey, aviation driver. So in the helicopter, you just put the stick so that the aircraft or the helicopter flies straight, and it can be somewhere in front there, right? So really off center, but that's how the aircraft then steers straight, right? So, and I guess you have a way to recenter that, maybe. I don't know, I have to try that out. But yeah, I mean, with this stick, it becomes a lot more realistic. So we're 34 miles out. Right, let me call the
Marshall 031, marking maps 165, 440, Angels 2, state 7.1.
031, weather's weather is visibility 10 plus 5. Scattered clouds at above 10,000, altimeter is 300. Case 1 recovery, expected DRC 107. Report see me at 10.
I need to burn some fuel. I think I'm still too heavy.
031.
Where was my indication regarding... Oh, checklist. Yeah, the weight. So we are 34. We need to get, I think, below 34,000 pounds. Otherwise, we're going to break our landing gear on landing. So let's see. Do we see the ship? So 18 miles. Hey, why does it say tanker? That should be the tanker. 7-1 X-ray. Tanker. Oh, seven X-ray. Yeah, aviation tram it, yeah. You live near Bremen? Or not? Right, I'm a bit confused because I am wondering why. If I dial in the carrier, 71 X-ray. Oh, hang on, is that the different, do we have two carriers here? Hang on, 73 X-ray. Oh my god, we're way out, aren't we? Hang on. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing it.
Altitude.
Right. Now let's switch off the early warning. Although what we could do, we actually could dial down the RWR sound volume a bit. So let's have a look. Inbound, Takan, 39 miles. We're all neighbors. Imagine that. Yeah.
031. See you at 10.
031. Update state. Switch down.
Right, that's a line.
031. State 5.1.
One thing I'm worried about though is that it keeps telling me tanker. Right, ILS number 2 it says here down there. So we're going to put ILS 2, enter, channel 2. Declutter the HUD a bit, and then one thing I want to do. At least now we're below max landing weight, which is good. Oh, and there's one more thing which is really neat. Hang on, let me just have a look here. So, just controls. I think it's called ATC. Yeah. So what I want to do later on for the approach. So what you can do is set the auto throttle. Yeah, essentially, right? Like I said, childhood dream come true. So the whole F-18 cockpit, if you like. And what's absolutely neat is that all the displays, they do work, just like here in the sim. So, and these displays are really crisp. Actually, yeah, it does. This works actually also with the Apache displays. So, you know, it's not as if you're limited to just one aircraft. Right, if anyone sees a battle group ship and a carrier, let me know please, because I mean, there's one there, but that's not ours, is it? Oh, there we go. Ooh, found it. Whew, lucky. So what we normally do as well, we would set the BRC course to help us with alignment. Right, that's the carrier. We're lucky now. Cool. Alrighty, so let's have a look. Make sure everything's safe. Laser switched off. FLIR goes off as well. I'll make a ship pass to the right of it and then turn left. So land, we've got wheels, flaps, hook, anti-skid, harness, dispenser, anti-skid for the carrier. So anti-skid will go off. And carrier is set. Going down to 1500.
Request navigation assistance.
Should have requested that earlier.
Tower 031. Overhead Angels 0.5. State 4.1.
031. Tower, Roger. BRC 1010. Signal is Charlie.
031.
107, it said.
ADS, you're heading 322.
All right, let's pass carrier on the right, on the correct side here, and then. Hey, Bob, nice to see you. How are you? Just in time for the landing. Right, that's our carrier there. So let's switch on the ILS as well for indications. And this, oh, this is easy. Barrel roll here is easy. People keep asking doing that in a 320 or a 777. That's more difficult. Right, so yeah, ILS is working as well. Fantastic. And so we do one more pass, about 800 feet. Make sure the deck is clear, 350 knots, 800 feet. That looks good. They're waiting for us. Fantastic. Alright. 3-1000, 4-1000, and idle. Get some speed brakes out. Speed brakes back in. So we're going to get below 250 knots. And once we're below, gears coming down, flaps coming down. So let's trim, maintain 800 feet roundabout. So what I'm going to do now, so once everything's fairly well trimmed out, what I want to do is I want to hit that that auto throttle button, because that makes things a lot easier. There we go. Now we can see ATC. So the thing is that the auto throttle now maintains the correct speed for us to be in the bracket there. All right. So that's one thing less for us to worry about. Now all we need to do is get the alignment correct, get the altitude correct, and the autothrottle will do the rest. So now I need to send a bit quicker. Trying to get into the right position there. There comes the glide slope as well. Alright, hook coming down as well, obviously. Otherwise it doesn't work with the landing. Still a bit high. Let's work that in. Alright, now we are getting better on path. Oops. Horn a ball.
031. Horn a ball. 3.5.
Roger ball. You're lined up left.
Yeah, just a little high. Let's work it down a bit. Right, that's better. Now we're aligned. Getting a little low. Let's correct that. Still a bit low. There we go. Now we're getting high.
Wave off, wave off.
And there's still people on the runway. Like, oh. Yeah, that's something they have to work on. I'm not sure if it's just on the multiplayer they have issues with. Right, just going to ignore them for now. Yeah, that's the thing with on multiplayer server with the supercarrier. Sometimes it just doesn't work with the
031. Horn a ball. 3.3.
disregard. There we go. Now ATC is on.
Roger ball. You're lined up right.
Trying to get the aircraft trimmed.
Zero 031. Horn a ball. 3.1.
Roger ball.
One thing I also find difficult sometimes is when you look at the ball there, so it works a little bit different, I think opposite to what you would normally expect. Right, and good catch. Right, full read, and that's it. Right, number 2 wire, I'll take that. Take that for the oops. Let's try to pull that right, there you go. Right, flaps up. Get the wings in, hook us up.
Zero 031. Horn a ball. 3.0.
Oh, there we go. Now he's directing me there. Maximum velocity exceeded. Right, so now let's see how they direct us to the parking spot. Come around here, come around. Straight. This way. Oh, they take us back down here again. We've seen this last time. It's a bit weird. They park us really weird into that corner there. Mind your head. What? Oh, over there. Lord. I have a feeling that those Harriers shouldn't be here, really. All right, I'll tell you what. So let's just stop here. Brake on. Let's get all the displays off. Head-up display off. Shut down the left engine. Oxygen off. Let's get the right. That was all set. Battery off. And there we go. Right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so lots of things to learn. Lots of things to practice. But definitely interesting. Definitely very interesting with this setup. So I'll definitely go back again. Practice some more. And hopefully, I don't know, hopefully if we find some more people again in the community to join some of these missions. If there's no more questions, then I'll see if you like on Wednesday. Next stream planned for Wednesday. Until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you again soon. Good night.